Hi, my name is Archer Marriott and I'm a 20-year-old film student in London. Since the start of the coronavirus pandemic, I was lucky to work on a music video for upcoming artists. In this documentary, I'll look at how the coronavirus has affected the music industry and what it takes to make the music and become an upcoming artist. The coronavirus started in March 2020 and the world did not expect it. I just finished school and I was about to head into the summer, but all of that changed soon as the world got used to lockdown and masks. I had always been fascinated with music and the artists that create the next hits. Most of my friends at school were music artists and they were trying to get into the world of music. Before the virus hit the world, the music industry contributed 5.2 billion to the UK economy in 2018 and was booming with new artists and songs coming out. Live music festivals were the major things to do in the summer. But when the pandemic hit, empty stages and dance floors generated an urge in need to reimagine the live music experience, both for the artists and the audience stuck at home. The pandemic has hit so many people in different ways, and especially for upcoming artists, they have had to use social media and streaming platforms to get their music heard. One of the artists that have been affected by this is Matt Wills, who's a singer.
I'm Matt Wills, and I am a singer-songwriter, producer, all-round idiot, music maker, that sort of thing, bucket hat wearing guy in a the fact that it's not really a job, and that I get to just make fun things for a living. COVID didn't really affect me. If anything, it made it better, which is really bad. Like, obviously, it's a terrible situation, but for me and my job, everything was a lot better because I just sat and had nothing to distract me. I couldn't go get drunk. I couldn't go party. I just sat at home and wrote songs, and I wanted to write songs that were happy because life was so sad for everyone. So it was like, write happy music, and I wrote loads of it, and it's done all right. It's the case of like Elise coming down. Like, she works with Soul. She came down and we wrote some stuff together, and I just really wanted her to get a song like together. Like, I just knew there was something in her that she would like really be able to like get that idea of like a proper like love song that's just like quite simple and just beautiful and just kind of has that thing. And the whole song was just kind of just like based upon two different relationships kind of going on. She had her partner, I had mine, and it was like that whole thing is like, we could be perfect, why aren't we perfect? So that's the whole thing, is that like you sit there with your partner and you go like, we should be perfect in every single way, why aren't we? So that's kind of the basis. To me, it's just like just everyday create, and like making music is just like, you're gonna write shit songs, like a lot, and everyone thinks that like Ed Sheeran sitting at home and like he just picks up the guitar and he's like, oh, I just made Thinking Out Loud, and the next day, oh, I just made 80. You get what I mean? Like, no, he made like a million shit songs, but one of them was Thinking Out Loud. And that's the way it goes. So every day I come in and I don't have any like, oh, it has to be a hit. Obviously I'll try and make the melody as catchy as possible and think about the shit in a way that means it's like going that way. But if it's not a hit, I don't care, because at some point one of them will be. So the first one, Don't Be a Dickhead. And I had to do a talk at my university, Canterbury, and they asked me like, what was your top tip? And that was my thing, just don't be a dickhead. Because in the end, like, someone who's a nice person will go further than someone who's a good musician. Just because of the fact that like people want to work with nice people and have a great time. That's like my first top tip. Secondly is just like keep on creating, like, and just put your songs out, because you never know what's going to happen. Just put music out. Like Spotify right now it's a social media. It's not, people see Spotify as like going to ASOS and buying a pair of jeans. You're not. You get what I mean? Spotify is TikTok but for music. It's Instagram but music. But people are posting their creations, and if people look at it a lot and like it, more people will see it. Like, you understand that with Instagram, if you put a post up and it has a lot of interactions, it gets shared more. But when people work on Spotify, they don't look at it like that. They're just like, I put my art up and it should be appreciated. But that's my top tip. I was to turn around and go, look at Spotify as a social media. Post as much, like post good content as much and when you can. Look at what's trending. Look at what's hotting up on Spotify playlists. If the 10 top songs sound a certain way, put some of that vibe in your music. Why are you being an idiot and fighting it? Why are you still trying to make death metal? Like, if you make death metal, that's absolutely fine, but put some of those vibes that are in the top 10 in your death metal, and you might get some like millions of streams rather than 4. That's my top tips.
Okay.